Hey YouTubers, it's time to blast off into the Prime Wars Trilogy with Blast Off. And yeah, he's quite the cool little vehicle. This is the version that was included with the Unite Warriors Bruticus, although repainted into a more toyetic color scheme. And it is a nice looking jet, space shuttle. It's not a jet this time, thankfully. But you got that nice brown with the black wings and purple stripes. Good Decepticon sigils there. Got one on the top. And you have that nice purple cockpit. All in all, it does look quite nice. Very simple, very elegant, very thin. And it works. It just works for Blast Off. Definitely works better than what Combiner Wars gave us to begin with. The Slingshot repaint. Which, yeah. They came up with a canon explanation for it, but it just doesn't quite work. I'm afraid. This new one is a lot better. Although, yeah, the color schemes do match up pretty well. So, yes, that's something else. But we also can finally take a look at him with Strafe, who was a retool of Blast Off. Well, this is the Unite Warriors Strafe. As you can see, very different vehicle modes, even though they use the same transformation skeleton. Now, this one didn't come alone. He also came with a Prime Master, that being Megatronus. The same one that comes with Bomb Burst, except this version has red translucent plastic for the Prime Master core. It looks like the arms, head, and legs are also made of that translucent plastic, so be careful. He will be delicate. And he fits into any Prime Master armor that comes with the Deluxes or Voyagers. But that said, let's get to Blast Off's transformation. Well, before we do that, there's one other thing I should note. Weapon storage underneath the cockpit for the gun, which serves as a landing gear. Pretty awesome. And to start his transformation, we're going to take it out. Yeah, nice black paint on brown plastic there. Now we're just going to start off with the limb modes, because they're going to be easier to do here. And then we'll get them on Bruticus later on. But yeah, we'll just start by moving those thrusters up. And we're starting with a leg mode, so we'll move the wings back. Keep that there. Pop the cockpit. And we're just going to spread and pop like this. Well, we want to move the head down first. And we just pop it in place like so. And then move the combiner peg up, get his hand-foot gun, put it into foot mode, and yeah, it is painted silver, which means it won't match well with the others because they are molded silver. Oh well. Still, you can just pop it on that port, and you got a foot. And it's a solid little foot. No real problems with it. It just works. But moving on to arm mode, and we don't have to take the hand-foot gun off for this. We'll just get it into proper position first. I'm going to take that off for now. Going to move these arm bits up. And they do lock together. quite nicely. Then we'll just unpeg the legs, pull them out. They kind of work the same way as rooks or brawls. Then we can just peg them together. They go together nice and tightly. Put these in. Make sure that the arms are arranged. And get the can move the cockpit up just a little bit. And rotate at the waist joint or elbow or the bicep swivel. Make sure you got it the right way for where you want it oriented. And finally, just pop the tail fin at the bottom. And yeah, we have a arm mode. It looks pretty nice. Now the robot mode arms are going to be a little loose. That's just how it is. Now I have been told that the shoulders were actually put on backwards. And they were supposed to be with these little nubby bits up here. But that doesn't really work well for him overall, so I'm just going to keep it as it came out of the box. Still, it's a good arm mode. And now we got to go to robot mode. So, just take the hand off, pop these apart. The tail fins do come apart, so don't worry about that. You just pop them onto where they normally go. Rotate the waist. You can flip the wings back. And you flip the head back up. Bring the combiner port down first, obviously. Flip that forward. Flip this in to compress the backpack. Lift up the arms. And unfurl them. Rotate the head and you got Blastoff in his robot mode. And he is looking quite nice. I do like Blastoff's robot mode. It is quite the nice looking bot. As you can see, he's got the purple chest with a lot of detailing. Very reminiscent of his toy form, which is nice. Especially the arms where you kind of got that feel of the shuttle cockpit, where that's where his shuttle cockpit was in the G1 toy, which is pretty cool. I do like that. Pink detailing is nice. The head sculpt is quite good looking. Although when I got mine, it had a big splotch of black paint right on that visor, so I had to carefully scrape it off. Which is a shame. But I got it off okay, and he looks good for it. And as you can see, the biceps do line up quite well with the shoulder as it is right now. If you put this, if you reverse the shoulders, the alignment would be pretty terrible. As you can see, there's a big dip where the front of the shoulder meets the bicep. So yeah, for robot mode, this is the best way of having it. So yes, I think that works out quite well. But for articulation, we do got quite a bit. So we got a ball-jointed head. He does have that ability to look up, but that's kind of ugly looking. Got ball-jointed shoulders. You got bicep swivel. 180 degree at the elbow, which is really good. You do have a waist joint, but it clicks into place, so it can be a little difficult to use. Got ball jointed hips, thigh swivel, 90 at the knee. Got some ankle pivot, which is cool. Very rare among these guys. So yeah, quite articulate, quite nice, quite pleasing. Now for his accessories, he does have his little gun. And he has his hand-foot gun, which is pretty cool. Although, yeah, his joints are a little loose for it. Interesting enough, since he has the little ports at the front, you can, I think, yeah, you can give him the Hulk hand treatment. Which, again, thanks to the joint tolerances, doesn't work too well. Still, I am quite pleased with him. Yeah, just in case you didn't see. Ankle pivots, very slight, but just enough. So let's get some comparisons in, I guess. We'll start off with the Combiner Wars Blastoff. And again, such a significant difference between these two. And you can see Hasbro tried their very best to make the Slingshot Blastoff work, but it just doesn't. And this new one fits the bill perfectly. I'm very happy with them. We'll also bring in Unite Warriors Strafe, who was a retool of Blastoff. Amazingly enough, they do share quite a bit of parts. I mean, obviously the jet parts on Strafe are a little bit different, but you got the same chest combiner peg, like a bicep down on the arms, the hips, thighs, the shins are all the same. And the feet and the wings are the only thing different about the legs on them. So, yeah. So this guy is just a very heavy retool of Blastoff. But, yeah, we really do need to bring in the other guys. I mean, this is part of a team, after all. So, here's Onslaught. And hopefully I have enough room for everybody. Bring in Vortex. Brawl. And last but not least, Swindle. And yes, it is very nice to have the full team properly together. And yeah, Jet Mode Blastoff was an okay substitute, but let's face it, we needed the shuttle. And it wouldn't be a proper review if I didn't put these guys together. But I'm not going to bore you with the whole doing it on screen, so let's just do a transition right now. So yeah, the Bruticus mode is really awesome with the new Blastoff. The way the arm is arranged, it fits perfectly, doesn't get in the way of anything. I mean, you can move it very fluidly. Sadly, the ball joints on the hips are a little too loose to properly hold Shockwave, which is a shame, because he does tend to sag a little bit. Although the way the hips are shaped, they don't really move all too well in this, so you can fudge it a little bit, which is good. And Shockwave, like, that does look okay. It looks like he's holding him, so I can dig that. And yes, I did remove the paint from Bruticus's head, and I'm using the Perfect Effect feet. But I still like the Combiner Wars hands. Like I said, they're big, beefy, they fit Bruticus just fine. As I mentioned, the silver paint doesn't quite go perfectly with the just silver plastic of the other hands, but it's still workable, and honestly, I'm quite pleased with them. So, yeah, having Blast Off is a definite win. And yeah, my Bruticus is complete. I'm quite happy with them. And I'm sure I can find another torso to put Jet Blast Off on. I mean, it's not like there's a shortage of those. Oh yeah, I did almost forget something before we go. It's just that you can switch the arms around to get the more traditional Blast Off if you like. Well, not the traditional, the Unite Warriors style configuration, but I don't think it looks very good, so I'll stick with what's in the box. Sorry, I almost forgot about that. And you can find Blast Off at Amazon.com right now. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. So until then, goodbye out there, whatever you are.